Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we tell ourselves we're going to have a certain type of day. When you do that, how often do you actually follow through? Sometimes it's for the better, sometimes not so much. Today I had a morning where, after yesterday, I was telling myself I need to rest. And so I did. I made sure to get all the sleep that I needed. I turned off all my alarms so that I can just let my body wake up when it wanted to wake up. I did, felt great in the morning, and honestly, because of that, I may have gone a little bit too far when I decided to do some climbing. Of course, when am I not climbing? I did some climbing and then spent time with a lot of my close friends until the late hours of the evening, having a good time, having a laugh, but overall pushing myself. Now, unfortunately, I may have pulled something in my left shoulder, or maybe it's tricep. I don't know. It's like on the back side of my arm. No, I think it's definitely my shoulder. When I do weird movements trying to extend it to the back. Anyways, all I know is I definitely pulled something and I have to take it easy now. But I don't know when taking it easy will happen because I have plans tomorrow to help a friend move. I have plans on Thursday to go hiking and to work. I have plans Friday to play volleyball, which that one really might mess up my arm, so I might have to cancel on that one if it still hurts by, beginning of the day Thursday. Saturday might actually be chill. Nope. I'm working on Saturday, and I'm working on Sunday, and I'm working on Monday. Oh boy, I'm just now clocking that this is going to be like a week straight of some craziness. Oh my gosh, wait, am I also working that Tuesday too? I might be. Oh. And then the Wednesday after that, I'm climbing. Oh, but also that Monday, I'm going roller skating. I am so excited for all the things to come. And yeah, so the plan to rest today and take it easy, not happening. Not happened, I should say, because it's in the past. I wonder if what I'm saying right now is matching up with this music. Probably not. Well, what are we gonna do? Live, laugh, love, I guess. I hope you had a wonderful day. I think that sounded weird. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You've had a wonderful day. Will have a wonderful day. I know sometimes it's easy to focus on things that aren't going our way, things that aren't going right. I want you to know that there's probably just as much stuff, if not more, for you to notice and appreciate and look at that is going well, that is going right. And I know it could be tough sometimes. I was going through a tough period just yesterday and the day before. I know what it's like to kind of go through that cycle in my head, in our heads, where we may be sad for a while, and then we get tired of being sad, so we turn to a different emotion. Maybe it's frustration, maybe it's anger, and it's like a quick burst of that energy, which makes us tired, which brings us back into sadness, right? And we just do this crazy 8 of emotions. Maybe you haven't done that, but I have. The crazy 8 is what we like to call it. And so I'm really glad to not be there, because when you know how, you know it's a choice whether or not to stay in that state. You know how fast you can change your mood and your emotions, because a lot of people think that emotions happen to them, but in reality, we go to emotions. I know you've had the experience where you're super happy, you're super joyful, you're just in a good mood, and you just hear that one thing that immediately brings it down. You just immediately get sad. In that same way, maybe you're feeling a little sad, and then you hear some incredibly good news, and just like that, you are thrilled, you are excited. It might only last for a couple seconds, but you do make that shift very fast. And that's because our emotions are very fragile things. They're very easily able to be changed, molded, adjusted, transformed. You could go from happy to sad, sad to happy in 2 heartbeats. When I learned that lesson, and not only learned it, but experienced it and found ways of actually using it as a tool, I found that, staying sad, staying upset, staying lonely was a choice for me. I was choosing those things. And I say it's a choice because I know how to change how I feel, right? First, change the way your posture is and your physical state. Like, how are you looking? Because every single emotion we have is tied to a certain body language, body positioning. First, you change that. Change what you're focusing on. Change the language that you're using, like how you're talking to yourself, and you can change how you feel in an instant. If you practice that, you'll find that if you're feeling sad or upset or frustrated for an extended period of time, it's either because you forgot this simple tool or you're choosing to be there. I spent years thinking I was depressed, or feeling depressed, I should say. And one day waking up, looking over and realizing, oh wow, my depression is serving a purpose. My depression is here for a reason. Like, there's a reason in my subconscious that I chose depression. And many people can have their own reasons for depression. But people only feel an emotion when it's linked to meeting a need. What do I mean by that? Well, when I was feeling depressed, I was obviously showing it. People could see that I was sad. And when people saw that I was sad, they would ask me what's wrong. Maybe they would try to help, or maybe they would just be someone that would listen. But ultimately, I got some level of attention. When I was really depressed back then, it was usually because I didn't know how to express how I was feeling, and that I was looking for love and connection, and I was looking to have a conversation. I didn't know how to express any of that. The only thing I knew how to do was to be sad, to be depressed, or to have the body language of depression, but that pretty much meant I was feeling depressed. And when I realized the deeper reason as to why I was feeling depressed, and it was to connect with other people, I decided to shortcut it and say, hey, you know what? First of all, if I'm feeling that way, I could just ask someone for help. I could ask someone to talk. I could ask someone to go for a walk, go for a hike. I could make a phone call for a couple minutes to someone that I really love and care about. Or these days, I could go rock climbing, and whoever's there, I can chat it up with them. I have so many other things that I could do that I realized, oh wow, I don't have to stay depressed. How awesome is that? How cool is it to realize something like that? And then to come up with my own solution, your own solution for when you experience something like this. We all have emotional homes we go back to. You'll find that the people you talk to, you interact with, right? If they often get angry, or if you often see them angry, they probably feel angry more often than not. Same thing with sadness and depression. Same thing with happiness and joy and excitement. A person whose focus is excitement tends to be more excited. A person who focuses more on joy and ecstasy feels more joy and ecstasy more often. Whether you're there or not, whether whatever's going on in their life or not, they will feel it. So I had to make a really conscious choice and say, you know what? I don't want to feel depressed anymore. Granted, I still get sad sometimes, for sure. I'm not saying this works perfectly to get rid of it all. But what it does do is give me back the power. I'm able to take responsibility and say, oh yeah, if I'm feeling sad, it's not because someone said something, it's not because someone did something, it's not because something happened to me. It's because I'm looking to feel a certain way to meet a certain need, and there's better ways to do it. And I can choose to do something different. I don't even know how I got on this topic, honestly. But here we are. And now it's time for bed. Recording much longer of an episode than I thought I was going to. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I know, I didn't really give you much. I just kind of shared this simple truth that I've discovered, that I've lived, honestly. And if you don't believe me, well, I could always talk more about it and share with you exactly how it works. Or you could try it out yourself. I didn't give you all the pieces, so it might be a little difficult. It might be a little challenging to prove this to yourself. Or you can get resourceful, you could get creative, and you could find the pieces that I've selectively chose not to talk about yet. Whatever you choose to do, I know it's going to be the right move for you. You're going to learn something. You're going to grow. And you're going to set yourself up for success. So do what you gotta do. And I'll do what I gotta do. Well, until next time, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.